Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rising Star. My name is Ruth. Thank you for joining me. The mountain. Wait a second. Okay, never mind. I feel like we've done the mountain recently. Like sometimes I feel like somebody's screwing with my cards. Number 33. I feel like we've already done that in this series, but let's do it again. Maybe there's a reason why. So this card always makes me think of the song by the Heartless Bastards called I'm pretty sure it's called The Mountain. But if you haven't listened to the Heartless Bastards, you should definitely check them out. All right. The mountain stands eternally in our awareness, calling us towards its peak. It stirs up stoic and regal feelings, reminding us of the long line of spirits, sages, sadhus, and gods that made their humble thrones within its snowy peaks. Beware, though, as the mountain can affect us in two ways. It can inspire and enliven us to rise to new heights and peak experience. Yet it can also create isolation, competitiveness, and an inflated sense of self. Standing upon its heights can activate the purist and the perfectionist in us, creating separation from those we deem to be below. No matter how high you ascend, remember that it is within the core of the mountain that the gems, minerals, and jewels reside. If you think it's all about going up, you're following the fool's path and missing the miner's magic. Okay. I was getting something else when I was reading this. Virgo energy. It feels very Virgo. The Hermit. So you're missing the miner's magic. What's that about, Spirit? There may be something that you're working really hard on, putting a lot of energy into, like really focusing on something, but you're kind of forgetting about everything else in that. It's almost like a double energy of getting too attached to something, too devoted, too dedicated to something. The devil's not always, toxicity comes in many ways. We can get addicted to anything. All right. Why the mountain? The Seven of Wands. Temperance and justice falling out. So there is balance needed here in something. I do feel like, and the Seven of Wands is trying to reach higher ground, like doing anything that it takes to reach higher ground. There is ego attached to the Seven of Wands. Um, Maybe your ego is really trying to achieve something here, which an ego is not a bad thing, but it can get imbalanced. I feel like there's an ego imbalance happening here in trying to achieve something. Queen of Wands. Yeah, it feels like you're putting a lot of energy into something. Again, a lot of fire energy. Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands was here yesterday. The 10 and the 7 both came out yesterday. King of Wands. Can you make it up? Okay. This King of Wands is in the hidden position. He can be a very egotistical person, which again is not bad. There's some pride here in this energy too. Um, I don't know how to explain this, but it feels like you need to learn how to take action in more of a feminine way than a masculine way. And that doesn't sound like it makes a lot of sense because feminine energy is more about reception, whereas masculine is the action, the giving. But there seems to be a softening, or there needs to be a softening around what you're doing, how you're taking action somewhere. It's creating burden for you, is what you're doing. The Fool. So I feel like you've gotten to this point. There's still some residual effects of this. You're still processing this, but the Fool is in the past position. So I kind of feel like you're working through this right now. Also, this Fool can be representing how your ego was controlling your actions here, and maybe you weren't making great decisions. You were making risky decisions, but not from a good energy, if that makes sense, but more of like from an ego type of an energy, like more from an ego than like an inspiration. That's what this Queen of Wands is. The feminine side of this is the inspiration, whereas the masculine side of this is the action. Why are you doing something? That's interesting because I brought this up in yesterday's reading. Why are you doing something is what you need to ask yourself here. What is the purpose behind this? What is your truest desire for this? Like at the core of you, what is your reason? The Nine of Pentacles. There's definitely something here that you're trying to build, you're trying to put energy into. And it doesn't mean that it's wrong and it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be doing it. It just means that there might be something attached to it that isn't a good reason. There might be good reasons attached to this too, but there is something here that the ego is controlling. The Star. I do feel like you're on the right path. The Star is in your feelings. You believe that you're on the right path, and if you believe that you're on the right path, you are. Okay? That's your intuition guiding you in the right direction. It's just that there's some sort of attachment that needs to be dropped with this. You're not going to get to the end of the journey, which you're never going to get to the end of the journey, but you're not going to get to the end of the journey without releasing something. The Lovers is here. Again, I feel like this has something to do with some sort of a partnership. Also, the Lovers can be a destined path that you're choosing. The World. The World is in your hopes and fears. So you are trying to create a new cycle here, which is awesome. And I feel like it's the cycle that you're supposed to be on. You're not going to get to this completion until something is dropped with this Ten of Wands. The Page of Cups. Okay, you have a dream and you're determined to follow a dream. The Ace of Wands. There is inspiration here. There's definitely inspiration here. Um, there's just a little something that needs to be let go of. So let's find out what that is. The Tower and the Six of Wands were on the bottom of the deck. I'm telling you, there's something about an ego attachment. It's going to be different for everybody. Show us this Ten of Wands, please, Spirit. Two of Swords. This is what you haven't been seeing or you've been ignoring. I feel like with the Seven of Wands, you've been ignoring it. The Sun, the Queen of Cups. This is coming to the surface now. You might be over giving in some place in your life and you feel like you're doing a good thing, but actually it's your ego that's wanting you to do this. It's feeding your ego in some way. Show me the Queen of Cups. The Six of Pentacles. There needs to be some balance here. I know this is confusing because there feels to be a partnership involved here. That this is what it is, especially after yesterday's reading. I feel like these are connected. Um, there's a partnership here. You've been giving too much to it, and it's not that the other person hasn't been giving enough. They probably have. But you've been over giving, you've been like overcompensating something, and it's attached to your ego somehow. And this needs to be brought back into balance. And I don't think anybody is at fault here. That's just like what's within you that's controlling this and causing something to happen here. The Hangman. I feel like you're starting to realize it. I feel like you're starting to get a perspective on something. I also feel like you overgive and you overcompensate and you over-sacrifice. You know, when we over-sacrifice for others, then we are not giving to ourselves. It could be a lack of self-esteem that causes you to do this. Like your ego may actually be unhealed in the opposite direction. Like it's not that there's too much ego, but it's that there's not enough. And you need to get the ego into a healthy middle ground balanced place. Show me the King of Wands, please. The King of Wands. All right, Temperance. Yes, there's a balancing here within your ego, your self-esteem. Why? Why do you overgive? Why do you overcompensate? That's what you need to figure out. I think you're wanting to give as much as you can to someone, but you're not wanting to accept anything in return. And that's creating an imbalance here. The Nine of Pentacles, exactly. The Nine of Pentacles again. That's where the balance needs to be. Is that you want to give, but you don't want to accept. This is like when you're in school and there's a group project and one person just goes ahead and does everything because nobody else is going to do anything. Not that this other person isn't doing anything, but it's like that kind of energy. Like there's always somebody who's just going to take it over. In most cases, I would say. There's always going to be that person who's going to take it over. And interestingly, it seems like the teachers always put one of those people in every group with all the lazy people, you know? But that's what you're doing here is you're overgiving, you're overdoing, overcompensating to something. Show me the Fool. The Ace of Pentacles. So there's an opportunity here to fix this and grow from this. And you can make this work. Whatever this is that you're involved in, this can work. Seven of Swords. It's the way that you're going about something isn't the best way. It's not that what you're doing is wrong. It's the way that you're doing. And it's the why behind it. The Chariot. You're going to see this. I feel like this is being revealed for you right now. Show me the Seven of Swords. Nine of Cups. Okay, this is where the ego's coming in. You want to be the one that did it all. You want to know that you did it all. You want others to see that you did it all. Like at the end of the day, you want to know that you did most of the work here. Because that's feeding back into your ego. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. That way, it's kind of like that way, nobody can say you didn't do anything because you did more than enough. That's what it is. All right, Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. So what you're doing here in all of this overcompensation is making yourself feel left out. You're creating a situation for you to feel left out in the cold. Okay, this other person, I don't think created this. You created this yourself. Four of Wands. This could be a marriage partner. This could definitely be a marriage. It could be a business partnership too. But yeah, with the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck and the Lovers here, this could definitely be a romantic relationship of some sort. Show me the Star. The Eight of Wands. You are moving in the right direction. I can tell you that much. The Lovers for external influences, death. There is a transformation. This is like a transformation that's being forced in the relationship right now. It can go one of two directions. It can ruin this relationship, or you can figure this out and you can continue down this right path that you're already on. Show me death. The Two of Cups. This really feels strongly like a romantic relationship. It doesn't have to be for you, but that's what it feels like. You're going to get to a better place through this transformation if you can allow it to unfold in a healthy way. All right, show me the world. Like something doesn't have to be end. You may be feeling like something has to end, and that's actually your ego that doesn't want to give in on how much work you put into something. Like, you know what I mean? Your ego doesn't want to admit where you've been wrong in this. The Tower. It can end. It definitely can end if you don't handle this correctly, if you don't find balance in this, but it does not have to. The World again. The World, the Tower, the World. Give me one more. A lot of major arcana. The Five of Swords. It's up to you if something ends or not. There's a cycle here to complete and there's a new cycle to begin. And um that can happen within this relationship. You know, the relationship itself can shed a skin, the two of you together, and then a new cycle can begin here. But it's kind of up to you at this point. I feel like you're getting clarity on this though. I feel like you're already moving through this, and this is more of a confirmation for you. Whoever I am speaking to, Page of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Empress, the King of Swords. So you need to be honest with yourself here. This can definitely move. I feel like if you handle this correctly, this relationship will move into a much better, more balanced, stable place. But you have to be very honest here, and you have to be honest with this other person as well. You're learning a lot right now about yourself, I think. Six of Cups. Again, this Six of Cups came out yesterday. I feel like this is a wound that goes way back. This could be a past life wound that you have. This could be a wound from your childhood and this life, and it could be connected to your parents and the dynamic between your parents. Um, if this is a past life wound, even if this is a this life wound, some Reiki might help you. Like Hertz music is really good. I have recently been watching this guy on YouTube. Let me think of what his name is. I'll try to put it in the description box or the comments. Pretty sure he's Scottish. I can't remember his name right now. But he does really good Reiki videos. Like I'm a little about like healing videos and stuff like that because I don't feel like you can just trust any spiritual worker out there. But this guy's Reiki works and he does karmic clearing, past life clearing, all that stuff. So I'm gonna write that down right now so I don't forget. Reiki guy. That's my note. All right. And I hope that that helps you. All right, you guys all have a good one. Let me know if it resonates. Thanks.